throughout our program we've been praising the benefits of portable technology and notebook computers for teachers and students, and I have many teachers talking to me about how they value their notebook computer. They can work at work and they can work at home, and indeed many students are going to university and secondary school carrying their own notebook computer. I'm talking to Anthony and Sean from Edit21, and Edit21 is a rental program so that students and teachers can get access to the latest notebook computers?
That's right, Phil. I think one has to ask the question these days, who is actually driving technology in education? Is it the school or is it the student? And I think sometimes one group gets left behind, and I think it's the teachers. One of the benefits of Edit21 is it provides specific computer packages for teachers, and one of the things specific about those packages is that we provide professional development and teacher-specific software, and I think that's a very important thing.
Okay, so if I was a teacher, Sean, and I wanted to look at renting a notebook computer for work, how could I go about...
Phil, it's really simple. It's as simple as just going and renting a mobile phone from your local phone shop. You simply call the Edit21 1800 number. We'll guide you to an Edit21 authorised dealer, and we have them nationally in every capital city of Australia and a lot of regional cities, and they'll be able to help you select your computer package, your preferred computer package, and then it's as simple as just renting it and walking out with your computer.
Or you can visit our homepage where you can see all of the packages, the finance options, and place your order there.
Anthony, you mentioned professional development for teachers, and I know that's a hot topic. Can you tell us more about the PD available under Edit21?
Sure, Phil. Professional development comes in two shapes and sizes. There's professional development software packages which actually help teachers familiarise themselves with teaching with computers, and then there are training workshops or one-on-one training. We also have professional development which is available via our 24-hour help desk.
So if a teacher runs into trouble, they can call the number and get some help over the phone?
Sure can, in any language.
I've been talking to Anthony Dunlop and Sean Cookson from Edit21. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Phil.
Thank you very much.
We have with us again Anne Glover, teacher, software expert and author of the book Computers for and Your Kids. Now tell me, Anne, what prompted you to write a book, a significant book, about computers and kids?
I'd been writing software reviews for quite a few years, and people kept asking me to put it all together in one place, so where they could have the advice, how to select programs, what to look for, what was the best programs for their children, all in one spot. So that was the reason.
So this is really probably 3 years' work for you or something?
Certainly,
Yeah,
yes.
Great, okay. Look, I understand you've got some software to share with us today, and I think it's something probably for the lower primary.
Yes, or even preschoolers. So it's called Fisher-Price Castle, and it's based on the wonderful Fisher-Price toys. Some of the children will have a Fisher-Price castle at home, and they'll recognise many of the characters and many of the pictures that they see on the screen when they play this program.
Okay.
The idea of the program is just really to let children explore, to let them think about where they're going, use a bit of problem solving. It isn't a curriculum tool where they're learning their ABCs or their maths. It's more about exploring, learning to use the computer, thinking, problem solving, remembering.
So it's like an adventure game for young
It's
children?
an adventure for very young children.
Okay.
Yes.
So maybe we can't see everything, but maybe we could look at a few features.
So it's a medieval scene. We're inside one of the rooms inside the medieval village, and we can click on various items and collect shapes as we go. They get exposed.
That stone.
We found another shape.
The children are getting an instant reaction, aren't they?
They're getting a response immediately. And you're thinking about, well, I have this one and I have that one, what will I do next? And when they have enough of the shapes, they'll be required to place them into a grid, so they're learning a little bit about shapes as they go. So we click around here, they're likely to find a few more bits and pieces, so we've already got a few more shapes that will eventually be used to put into a grid.
So there would be hours of fun in this?
There's lots of different houses that they're going to. The idea is to find the good nights.
Right.
The bad nights seem to be everywhere.
So it's the good nights versus the bad nights?
The good nights, we need to find them. They seem to have disappeared.
So Fisher-Price Castle?
Fisher-Price Castle,
Right.
a nice program for young children.
And so in the upper primary, I know that languages other than English are very popular, and particularly Japanese is a very popular language for students to study. I understand Smart Start Japanese is a new title to reinforce some of those Japanese language skills.
Yes, it's a great support for teachers. So children probably above 10 years or even 8 years could use Smart Start Japanese to reinforce the messages that they're getting from their teacher.
Or even parents at home, they'd like to buy
Certainly.
something for their
Adults
children.
certainly could benefit from it. Now, the standard with foreign language software at the moment, with your multimedia machine, it has the advantage of giving you the sound of a native speaker. So you don't have a teacher an Australian teacher who may be fantastic at Japanese but isn't a native speaker. You get that reinforcement of the native language coming through with the sound. You should have a range of activities, and the other thing that's happening now is that you can also get feedback on your own spoken version of the Japanese.
Okay, so you can speak into the microphone and get feedback from that?
Certainly, and it will tell you whether it's effective, if you've spoken the words correctly or not.
Software is clever these days.
Certainly it
isn't
is,
Yeah.
and it's a great support for teachers too.
Okay, so let's have a quick look at something here.
All right, in Smart Start Japanese, you have the option of looking at listening, reading or speaking activities. So if we move into listening, then the topics that it covers: food, people, numbers, home and office activities, etc. And then we have a range of activities that we can select from. So
リンゴゲーム
different children could be using the program in different ways. So what we have now is a whole lot of different types of food.
サラダ
Tells us the
イン
food.
ゲン
We can move along. We can click on them as many times as we like.
杯
We've gone too far in that direction. Then when we select a game, we can select a game of bingo in this case, so that we decide which bunch of food are we going to look at. Maybe the children decide that the pizza and spaghetti bolognese is their thing and they want to learn how to say those words in Japanese. Select that bunch, or if, for a more challenging level, you could select rows and rows of words and then move into the bingo game.
スパゲッティはどれですか
Now we need to find that one. You probably recognise that one,
I
Phil.
think so. Even I can
So
speak
this-
Japanese with that one.
We need
ピ
to
ザ
get,
はどれですか
and I think I might have recognised that
So
one
it's a
as well.
matching game there.
正解です
No, it's a bingo
フ
game. We
ライ
need
ド
to
ポ
get,
テトはどれ
them
で
in
す
a
か
row.
All right.
And I didn't actually hear
So
that one.
this
so I can hear
is
it again.
Smart Start Japanese, and it's obviously an ideal resource for classrooms and for home.
Certainly for the range of activities, it's wonderful.
Thanks, Anne. Once again, we have Ron McGregor from Scholastic New Media. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Phil.
Australian reference software. People are often asking for it, and I think you've got something for us.
I've got something that's produced in Australia by Webster Publishing, just out of Sydney, called the Encyclopedia Reference Library. It comprises the Australian Encyclopedia 1998, the World Encyclopedia 1998, and Australian mammals.
Excellent. So let's have a look at some of this.
This is just one of the CDs. This is called the Encyclopedia of Australia. I've got the facility there to search. When I find information I want, I can add a little note and go back to it. I can go through and create a project out of the information I've found and present that to my class friends, or so
As
the
a
teacher
student
could.
researching?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can search through the information just by going backwards and forwards, and there's the contents, and we've got parts down here where I can go to edit the information and print the information off. So let's just go through and search for something that's nice and common called emus. And click on
So it's an
OK.
emu. So it's telling us about the progress here.
It's progressing down here, and it's also told me so far it's found 56 references, or 75 pages they're referring to emus. And if I click on Australia's largest bird and go to the selection, we'll see what information we've found. So we've got a picture of an emu, we've got some text here, and we can have that printed out. So if I go up to the print facility, I could print out the actual picture of the emu, I could print out the picture of the emu plus the text, and I could vary the size that I want for the particular picture.
Obviously, there's much more information. It's saying page 4 of 36. So
I'll just go through to the next page, and that'll now give me information about the black swan. And we've got a lovely video this time.
Australian reference software from Webster's.
Webster's.
You're watching Clever Classroom IT. My name is Phil Mellifont, And I'd like to spend this time to thank our major sponsors, Acer Computer Australia, for sponsoring the program and providing all the hardware for the show.